Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 15 Good Minutes. Coach B here. JR, how are we today, man?
I'm doing great this week. No issues around the job, you know what I'm saying? So everything is good.
Freddie, what's happening, my man?
No, man, a little tired. I was in San Antonio for my cousin's son's high school graduation yesterday. Flew back to Dallas this morning. Had to go into a meeting in Irving. Right off the plane to the meeting, and then I had an appointment for a full body massage this afternoon.
Ooh,
So
the full day. That's a full day. And
yeah.
you're wrapping it up with us. You can't you in what do you got right there? What are we sipping today? I don't think it's water, is it?
The usual.
There we go. That's the way you wrap up your day, my man. Proud of you. This is a pretty simple one. I wanted to kind of get you guys' opinion on this because it's a hot topic right now for some. USA women's basketball team was announced, JR, right? And again, you know, every time I think we're away from the Caitlin Clark, this or that, it's been the theme of the week. So I thought, you know what? We can cover it too. So I'm going to start off, JR, by telling you who made it, right? So Asia Wilson, Alyssa Thomas, Brianna Stewart, Brittany Griner, Chelsea Gray, Diana Taurasi, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Kalia Copper, Kelsey Plum, Nafisa Collier, and Sabrina Ionescu, right? So you know as well as anybody else, I mean, you follow like the rest of us. What are your thoughts on Caitlin Clark? And again, I'm going to say I'm trying not to use the word snubbed because I don't think it's a snub. But what is your opinion on her not being selected to this team?
I think my opinion is, like you said, she's not being snubbed. Many of great ball players have gotten left off the team, you know, Shaq being one, Candace Parker being another, you know. So she's not ready. And I can't think of one person on that list she can take off and put her on. The Olympic is not a test bed, and it's not a popularity contest on, oh, she's going to be great for the league. She's got to go. I heard some of the dumbest stuff from sports people, females on TV, talking about, oh, this is a missed opportunity and a miss. Well, how about those people that's been playing in the league for the last 10, 15 years that, you know, that play for this moment? You understand? So I think it's kind of crazy that all these thousands and thousands of coaches that just started watching basketball in the last couple of years because Caitlin Clark's been playing, they pick a coach for a reason. You understand? The coach watches and he see who meshes and who doesn't. This is in college. They're not going to cater to Caitlin. These young ladies been playing together and have a cohesiveness. I think it's like how many? 8 or 9 returnees. You understand? You can't buy that. You know, that's cohesiveness. So my opinion is she hasn't been snubbed. She's apparently taking the right attitude and going to use this as a springboard to, you know, her coach talking about they created the monster. Okay, well, that's great. That's the attitude you should have. You understand? But to say that she's been snubbed is really disrespectful to a lot of players that have been playing the game. And that really, when I heard that, it just woo. I'm like, God, come on, y'all. She doesn't have a body of work in the pros. You know, I don't want to go on too long because I know Freddie's got something to say, but that's my opinion.
Copy that. So Freddie, you similar position, different. Where you at on this thing?
Well, I'm similar. Now, to your last point, JR, when you said she doesn't have a body of work in the pros, neither did Kristen Leitner.
Right? Well, we know that. Shaq. I said Shaq.
No. But you know, I'm just using it as an example. And so, honestly, truthfully, I'm tired of hearing about Caitlin Clark. I'm so tired of hearing about it. And I think it was yesterday morning. I was watching First Take, and I was so, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was a segment that was talking about this to where, you know, basically Stephen A. Smith told the two young ladies, specifically one, I forget the young
Andrea
lady,
Carter.
said,
Yeah. He came off all wrong.
He said, if you ever want to grow your brand and be bigger than what it is, meaning more dollars in your pocket, you got to go with, you know, with the Golden Goose was going on. I'm paraphrasing, right?
No, yeah, he said you got to follow the dog. But did you see Andrea's response to him though?
And I don't remember. I know she responded, but I liked her take. Her response to it. So I look at it like this: there's multiple layers to this onion, right? That you have to unpeel back, right? Me, the approach that I would take is what is the best team, right? Who's going to be the best team? To me, she wouldn't be on the best team. I think on that team is what 7, 8 national champions or something like that. And to JR's point, she doesn't have a body of work in the WNBA and whatnot. She probably needs to get physically, stronger or whatever the case may be. I don't think Caitlin's going to get much stronger than what she already is now. Based on her frame, I just don't see it. But then the bigger part is the other part to this onion is what perspective are you looking at? Are you looking at trying to grow the game of women's basketball, right? And to draw more viewers? Because let's be honest, she is probably the most popular female sports athlete at the moment. At the moment, she probably is, right? So it just depends on what lens that you're looking at it through. And I choose to look at it through the lens of her body of work and what has she done to earn it. Because, I mean, what has she won? I'm not knocking Caitlin, but what has she won?
Yeah, I agree with you, Freddie, and you as well, JR. And I think to your point, Freddie, it's like your connection to Leighton is very the same thing. Back then, though, I think they just wanted the guy who was 2-time national champion. And he was famous. He ended up not playing. And to JR's point, one of the NBA's all-time champions later ends up not going. How do you not have a Shaquille O'Neal on that team? Secondly, to your point, Freddie, I've been trying to consume as much of it as possible. And yeah, Stephen A, I think he looks like a fool a lot of times, but I thought he really kind of put his foot in it there. Two things that I thought Andrea Carter did very well. Number one, she said, you can do that. I'm not compromising who I am, which is great. And the second thing she did was she said, I want you to go back to what you said last week. She said, I want you to pull the clip of who you said was the best basketball player in women's basketball, because he said it was A'ja Wilson. Then he sat there looking stupid because Andrea was throwing it back at, you know what I mean? So we talked about this a little bit before, the number of people now who want to weigh in on this, who haven't followed women's basketball or any of that stuff. I saw an interview today with the selection committee, and I forget the lady's name, but she said exactly what JR just said. This ain't a popularity contest. We choose who we based on experience and going to win. Because that's what Stephen A was saying. How do you not take the most popular person and, quote unquote, grow your brand? And what the Olympic committee said was, we're not here to grow a brand. By the way, we've won 7 in a row. Our brand's pretty strong at the international level, and we want to keep doing that. And to your point, Freddie, it wasn't a slight against her. Or to your point, JR, it's not a snub. Yeah. I found 5 people when I went through all the people who aren't on the team that I would put in front of her, 5 at least. And then to your point, JR, I'm not taking any of these guys off for that. Now, I will say, she seems to be handling it right way, JR, but what choice she got?
Yeah.
What choice she got? Yeah. She's been going around, she's crying a lot now because of hard fouls and all this other stuff. She has to come out and say, I don't mind. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Because she doesn't want to make it look like what I think she really feels.
If you read between the lines, she said, in 4 years, I'll be hopefully be, there is, you can't say that it doesn't bother you. It bothers you,
I'm okay with it bothering you. It should bother any player who thinks that they're good enough to be there, but didn't get there.
It should not bother her. If it bothers her because of privilege.
Yeah, right? Because of the wrong reason, right?
Because I was thinking about this when you said, told us about it, and I thought about it, right? It's in Paris, right? In July, right?
Yes.
Right. So let's just run this back, right? She was had a hell of a season in Iowa, had a great tournament, right? It ended in defeat to South Carolina. Guess what? 2 weeks later, you have the WNBA draft. 2-3 weeks after that, you in training camp for preseason. Then a week or two after that, your season starts. Right? You getting beat up. Truthfully, she needs rest.
Wilbon said exactly that on SportsCenter, right, Fred? He basically said, you look at everybody else who's been a pro, they had the regular time cycle or whatever to do whatever. She's been playing nonstop, I think Mike said, for 10 months.
Yeah.
Wow. 10 months, right? And here's the thing that I like. I like the fact that so many people in the right position are saying that it's not a given. You know what I mean? That it's not a just because you popular thing. This is important, right? And because I'm be honest with you, JR, I was a little concerned that some would give way to the pressure. And if you watch Dan Patrick, he did a great job on his podcast without calling out Stephen A, but basically saying he quoted him without saying his name and saying that's ridiculous. Exactly. Yeah. Mike Wilbon, exactly. But there are those who think that she should be in there. If you watch Pardon the Interruption, Tony Kornheiser felt some kind of way because, he thought, well, you got to go with he said what Freddie said, we got to grow the brand. It ain't about growing the brand at the Olympic level, Joe. I mean,
Hey, like I said, it's not a test bed. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't come back and say, well, we tried, it didn't work. It's too late now. You gotta, know what I'm saying?
If she was she's averaging 16.8 points a game, right? Now, if she was scoring 25, 26, 27, then I'm like,
it'd still be tough though, Freddie.
It would be tough. It would be tough, but at least she can handle that load. If she dropping 25, 26 in a physical, at this
right, because yesterday, based on the data we taping, yesterday she scored 3.
Yeah, right. She scored 3 one day, she scored 10 the next.
And is there anything wrong with just being a rookie for your whole rookie season, assimilate into the league, get to know your teammates, the league, the official? I would think I would want your whole focus for this first year to be on that.
Because to be honest with you,
I can see why she go ahead, Jim.
Yeah. I don't even feel that she's even messed with her team yet. You know what I'm saying? She's getting nobody's coming to her defense. So
that's a good point, Freddie. Right.
With them.
Right.
She hasn't had time.
Before we break out, let me see if these cats got something to say. JR, I'm gonna start with you, buddy. You got something to say today?
No, we're good here. We're good. Well, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Freddie, how about you, man? You got something to say?
I'm good.
Freddie's good, but he was thinking about it. We're going to roll because Freddie was thinking about it and he did pass. He may have it for you next week. He may not. We'll find out. I got nothing other than to say appreciate you guys rocking with the channel. Hopefully you're seeing some really good baseball right now. I know I am. I'm not going to say nothing about any one team in particular because I don't want to seem like a fanboy. But in event, enjoy some baseball. Enjoy this weekend, and we'll catch up with you guys next week.
Happy Father's Day to you guys out there.